think the member got confused. He was actually looking at the manifest that lays out the Prime Minister's international island trotting vacations. And that's where he got all of these numbers. It's his leader that travels those distances to vacation on private billionaire islands in the Caribbean. It's his leader that loves to globetrot around the world to various tax havens where he can enjoy a vacation. We're talking about Canadians enjoying a camping trip by saving 35 cents a litre on diesel, on gas, getting rid of the carbon tax, and then the tax on the tax. This is the one thing he didn't even acknowledge, is that not only do they tax gas, but then they do a carbon tax, and then they do the GST on those two other taxes. The compounding effect of those taxes drives up hundreds of dollars in taxes that Canadians pay every single year. That member thinks it's not enough. He wants to quadruple the carbon tax. We will decide in the carbon tax election what happens.
Questions and comments? Kathy Kamalter, the honourable member for Victoria.
Mr. Speaker, the Leader of the Opposition has been an enthusiastic cheerleader for the oil and gas industry. He fills his fundraisers with their lobbyists and CEOs, so it's not surprising that he has no climate plan. He's not concerned with the fact that many Canadians will have a road trip this summer fleeing wildfire evacuation zones, worried about whether their home will still be there when they get back. And on top of that, he's been going around the country saying he'd also scrap the North Coast oil tanker moratorium. So can the Leader of the Opposition confirm that he would scrap that moratorium, ignoring municipalities, First Nations, anglers, commercial fishermen, and the majority of the people in the District of Kitimat, among many other communities in the north, who wholly rejected any plan to bring crude oil supertankers to the north coast of BC?
The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Well, first of all, let me acknowledge that member and her party have been enthusiastic supporters of the oil industries in Russia, in Saudi Arabia, and in Venezuela, where they have ideological allies running their socialist government. They love the oil industries in those countries. They also don't have a problem with tankers. They support bringing in Saudi and Nigerian tankers to the port of St. John in New Brunswick. So I find it very interesting that they're against putting Canadian energy products on ships and sending them off to market, but they're delighted to have dirty dictator oil arrive at our shores at the amount of 130,000 barrels every single day. It's interesting how wacko you have to be to support dirty dictator oil while shutting down the paychecks of unionized Canadian workers. We stand on the side of bringing home powerful paychecks for our union workers in this country.
Get schooled.
Very quick.